Jane Eyre. So I read this when I was, I think, when I was in 11th, when COVID first started. Like, my first book was actually It Ends With Us. Like, that's by Colin Hoover, and like, there's a lot of sort of controversy going around that. I'm not gonna speak on that. I don't really know what's going on, but like, that was my first book. That's how I got into reading. And then I went into fantasy, like the Shatami series, the Cruel Prince, the Folk of the Air series. And like, I really got into that. And then I was sort of just looking for classics at that point, and I didn't even know this was a classic. I just read it for fun. And it was a very difficult read for me at that time. Like, I think it took me 2 months to finish it. Even like Wuthering Heights took me like 5 months to finish. And like, except that, um what's that quote? Okay, there's this famous love quote in it. That's the only thing I kind of understood about it, because I was too small to sort of get the point of classics or really feel relate really relate to it. But anyway, like, I read this at that time, and I feel like that time this didn't really appeal to me that much. But I've been rereading this some days, and like, it's just so relatable. The small Jane's attitude towards life, her inability to stay silent when she's being degraded, or like when she has a strong opinion about something. I feel like this is something that every girl should read, because like, it's not just that you're reading a piece of literature, you're also reading what kind of ideals you should have in life, what kind of standards and all. Literally traumatized me. This book literally traumatized me. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's about this girl who's like, you know who lives with a mother, but then her mother dies or something happens, and then suddenly she meets her father. And like, her father's going through something, because he remembers her mother. Whenever he looks at this girl, he remembers the one he liked. And like, oh my god, I can't even tell you the plot of this. But like, if you like being traumatized by books, like really traumatized and disgusted, and at the same time really sad and mad and chaotic, like, this book is for you. It's Matilda by Mary Shelley. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for a while. Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but like, Dostoevsky, Fyodor Dostoevsky. Just tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but like, yeah, let's decide something. I know better than anyone that by all this I'm harming only myself and no one else, but still, if I don't get treated, it is out of spite. My liver hurts, well, then let it hurt even worse. How is it at all possible for a man to have the slightest respect for himself if he has presumed to find pleasure even in the very sense of his own humiliation? I am convinced that our sort, the underground ones, ought to be kept on a tether. Though we're capable of sitting silently in the underground for 40 years, once we do come out and let loose, we talk, talk, talk. Just amazing. I longed for peace. I longed to be left alone in the underground. Living life so crushed me, unaccustomed to it as I was, that it even became difficult for me to breathe. I was so great an egoist. I had so little real respect for people that I could scarcely imagine that she would do that. I couldn't bear it. The Picture of Dorian Gray. So I haven't actually read this book as well. I've just read um the half part of it, but like, I don't know why I buy these classics and then not read them. Like, it's not like I don't read them. I just read them some days. Like, every day I'm picking up a new book and just sort of reading. It's weird, but I really like the introduction to this book, like how Oscar Wilde introduced the idea of writing. There's something he wrote. Yeah. The artist is the creator of beautiful things. To reveal art and conceal the artist is the art's aim. The moral life of man forms part of the subject matter of the artist, but the morality of art consists in the perfect use of an imperfect medium. The artist can express everything. And this is actually what inspired my introduction and end of The Devil's Underground. So I just didn't want it to be like every other modern fantasy book, fantasy or horror book. Like, no hate to them, I really love modern fantasy books as well. But like, I just wanted to have that classic vibe. Like, for example, the starting of The Devil's Underground goes like, I don't want this story to be understood easily. And then the end is something like, I believe to be a writer, one has to go mad. And like, I just wanted to add my own sort of dark kinetistic touch on that. I don't know if that worked, but like, yeah. So this book, I really sort of enjoyed it, but I haven't read the whole of it. But till the point I read it, like, I have also annotated this book a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna show it obviously. I actually had this book in India, and like, I started reading this when I was in 12th, but like, I obviously haven't read this book. It's like 1,000 pages. I can't read it, but like, it's just basically gossip. Like, you know, obviously some of it's like forbidden love, but like, it's mostly just gossip, like English town gossip type thingies. So like, if you're into that, it is interesting gossip. So like, if you're interested in that, just go ahead and buy Anne Karina by Leo Tolstoy. Also, I've heard there's a lot of controversy with this author as well. I don't know what's going on with the world, bro. The Kite Runner, I haven't read this. I have to read it. Yep, I really need to get my reading in check, bro, or at least my buying in check. There's some random poetry. No, this is a place poetry books that I got. I also got one by T.S. Eliot. Like, T.S. Eliot is really good. I love his essays as well, but I'm not sure where I kept it. Anyway, um, yeah, my reading's a bit constricted, but I do have a lot of books for some reason. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for today. Did I just speak for an hour or something? Okay, bye guys.